Good morning, Raiders. This is Sam with your daily morning dose of Raiders news to start your day. Lots of fun stuff today. Kirk Cousins speaking at the podium, some great interviews with Raiders players online, and a wild look back at the Gruden era. The Kirk Cousins press conference. How can you not like this guy? He just has such a great attitude. He's great in front of the microphone and great with the press. Even remembered some of the reporters from his other stints. And he had some nice tidbits. He said that the best QB should start, whether that's him or Mendoza. He truly believes that the best guy should play, and the other one can be support in the QB room, along with Aiden O'Connell, who he gave a lot of credit to. Sounds like Kirk's already aligned with Spy Tech. If you have time, check out Homegrown with Derek and David Carr, where they get into some Raider stuff and talk about Mendoza. They're big fans of Mendoza, and they actually think he could still win the job by week one. Honestly, it says a lot about how open this competition might be. And this is how you build a QB room, with competition and no ego. There's an interesting take on Ted Nguyen and Marshall Newhouse's podcast, Just Win, where they talk about how the Raiders are making moves that actually make sense, and fans don't know how to react. I think that's pretty fair. A lot of contention this week about Kirk Cousins' contract, but if you look at the numbers, it sounds like the Raiders are only on hook for about $9 million this year, and it's a team-friendly deal. Also want to recommend you guys check out the Tyler Linderbaum interview, our new highest-paid center, anchor of the offensive line. I just loved hearing from Linderbaum. He's such a professional. He's got a good mindset. He's very well-spoken, and kind of cool story about his wrestling history and a big high school match he took a part of that they talk about. Check that one out. All right, and then there's that Gruden piece that just dropped by Zach Kiefer of the New York Times called Inside John Gruden's Disastrous Second Run with the Raiders. Whew. Okay, so this is a great read. All the behind-the-scenes dysfunction, and, fans loved him. I loved him, but internally it was messy. One example is a story about how he was very disinterested and even disappeared for the latter half of the draft days. This is where Mike Mayock did his best work, including drafting Max Crosby and Hunter Renfrow. You can appreciate what he meant to the Raiders and still admit it wasn't working. All right, well, that's your morning update for today. I'll be back tomorrow. Follow along on Instagram, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube if you're rocking with the show. We are Good Morning Raiders. Before we go, today's Raiders trivia question and the answer to yesterday's. Today's question will be, what was the original team name supposed to be before it was changed to the Raiders shortly before their first season? Yesterday we asked who the Raiders' all-time sack leader was, and that's the great defensive end, Greg Townsend, with 107.5 sacks. Howie Long is a distant second with 84. All right, everyone, remember, just win, baby.